Y'all, I'm really not about to play. I want y'all to see me right now, how I am, because y'all coming on this journey with me, and we are going to embark this journey together. I am manifesting that the moms with multiple children that feel like they have to settle in situations, to feel like they can't transform their situations. I'm manifesting that you see this video and that you know this video and that you accept this video and that you accept my love and my abundance and my knowledge and my experience. I was just guided to talk about survival, okay, and how survival trickles down into our everyday lives. And this is going to be a little deep because it's pertaining to my children, and I have to take this accountability as I've taken it before, but I'm going to take it right here in front of you because I know that I've created uh, environments for my children where I didn't operate as my best self, or I operated with no patience, you know what I'm saying, or I operated in, not being able to balance and give them stability. Like, we move from here to here, we going to the shelter, we doing this, we doing all these things. In the last couple of years, like, I've really been all over the place. You feel what I'm saying? I've really been all over the place because I've been in survival mode. Oh, wow. I'm working, but I'm getting evicted here, and I'm going through a domestic violence shelter here, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I just created like so much of a chaotic experience for them. And I know that that's from me being in survival mode. That's from me not having relationships in my life that allowed me to feel safe. You know what I'm saying? And it trickled down to how I dealt with my children. Like, it was a point in time when I wasn't even doing my children hair. I wasn't even doing my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so deep down within, you know what I'm saying, my own misery that I created for myself from my lack of knowing, you know what I'm saying, that it was trickling down to how I was dealing with my children. Like, I didn't have, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing all of these things and I'm not having that balance. So I'm working, I'm doing this, and I'm not able to, deal with my children emotionally. I'm not able to tap into their emotions. I'm irritated. This, and that, another. I remember I was working a job and I was working for the city, and this is when my awakening started. And I was working for the city. I think I said this in another video, and I was just guided to quit my job because I knew that my children were raising themselves. You feel what I'm saying? I had a little baby that was sitting in a car seat all day long. Do you know how her ass felt? I just had a baby that I was sleeping in a car with last year. You feel what I'm saying? It's not working. I don't care that, you want to go out there and you want to get money. It's not working. You are bigger than what it is that you're chasing. You're here to do way more than what it is that you're chasing outside of yourself. You are here to do way more than that, because really you give a fuck what a motherfucker got to say. Lay low. You know what I'm saying? Lay low in a certain situation so you can recuperate, so you can build yourself back up right now. I'll let you know right now, I am living in a Section 8 house. This house is beautiful. Beautiful house. Section 8. You feel what I'm saying? I'm paying $366. Usually I'd be like, oh yeah, motherfucker, I ain't on no Section 8. I'm paying cash. Man, listen, I'm going to take that assistance because I'm telling you right now, since I've had a program in my life, and it was the first time I ever had a program, and I got my program in 2022, December 2022. That's the first time in my life ever that I had a program, but my spirit was being guided to obtain that program, because that's going to put stability over your children's head. You're not running out here trying to get $3,000, $1,500 to pay rent. This is more time for you to settle. You feel what I'm saying? You still chasing money. We just put you in a position where you ain't even got to pay that much rent. You getting other resources, pay the rent with that, and pay attention to what it is that we're trying to guide you into. Something you doing isn't correct. But when I kept rebelling and going against it, I seen emotionally where it put me down, where I started to pinpoint certain things like, wait, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being able to deal with my kids the way I need to. I'm not being, able to do their hair. It's like I have no energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to preserve the little energy. And when I'm not doing that, I'm distracting myself, you know what I'm saying, on my phone, because I really can't deal with self. So when you're in that survival instance, it really trickles down to everywhere in your life. Like, I didn't even have patience with myself because my nervous system, I got to do everything fast. Everything got to be done fast. That's a nervous system thing. You know what I'm saying? That's me not feeling regulated inside. You know what I'm saying? That's me having an overreactive brain, right? That's why I battle so much with my thoughts, because guess what? My brain kind of like feels like it knows it all because it's been on like survival mode. It's been like on a fucking running on fast. You know what I'm saying? Since young, since the experiences that happened, that, you know what I'm saying, that kind of shift, my thinking pattern, you know what I'm saying, that put me in survival mode, that made me feel unprotected. So I had to, like, build this defense mechanism and like learn energy and learning when, somebody isn't, just doing so much that I really just took away from who I was. And that's what survival does. You know what I'm saying? The survival just takes you away from, you know what I'm saying, who you are as a core soul, as a spirit, you know what I'm saying, having a human experience. It strips that identity from you. The further you go out, the further that you don't right your wrongs, is the further you're becoming from experiencing that heaven. That heaven is not in the sky. It's here. You have the ability to create both heaven and hell for yourself. The mission is you're going to go through hell. But if you can alchemize that hell and turn it to heaven, you a bad mother freaker. And we are. That is what we are. We're alchemists. You know what I'm saying? We have to utilize these energies correctly. When energies is projected at us, guess what we have to do? Shield up and block our energy and reclaim our energy. And whatever energies is being sent to us, return the sender tenfold. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's really time for us to, like, really operate as our higher self so we can change the generic code, you know what I'm saying, for our grandchildren, for the generations to come. You know what I'm saying? Survival love is just not it. And I'm just so grateful that, you know, I'm able to recognize a lot of things that I am going to create healthier habits for my children. And they're coming back on Monday. I don't know if I said this in a video because I'm going to be chatting sometime. But you know, I had a situation where it was DV and it was getting rough, you know, and my children stayed with my mom from December and they're coming back Monday. So it's like all of these things that I'm really like pinpointing and knowing that, okay, you know what, now that I know better, I can do better. You know what I'm saying? I can spend that time painting my daughter's nails. I can spend that time doing their hair. I can go play basketball with my son. You know what I'm saying? I can go do the things that, you know, I need to do. I can introduce my inner child to my children. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said that in my journal today. I said, yo, I can't wait to have the opportunity to introduce my inner child to my children. I was just coloring with my daughter for the first time and I don't even know how long. And it was so therapeutic to sit there and color. Like I was really so into it and I could feel my inner child like really just happy. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be felt, happy to do the things that, you know, I always wanted to do as a child. Because it's that child version of you is really the real version of you. I always been the one to sing and dance and be high, vibrational and laugh and da-da-da. And something happened down the line where that kind of like twists. You know what I'm saying? And I started to create help for myself. I know where it happened at. I just don't feel like going through it right now. We're going to figure it out sooner than later. But just being able to like get into that child state, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in here singing, I'll be in here dancing, and I'll be in here just, you know, doing whatever it is. Stop trying to pick the bug up. You know, doing whatever it is to just connect with that inner child. And that inner child wants to be felt and heard and has needs. You know, even as this adult, even as this 34-year-old woman with 6 kids, listen, that inner child still needs that time. You know what I'm saying? That inner child still needs to feel safe to thrive, because when you grow up in survival, you lose your innocence very, very young. You feel what I'm saying? I lost my innocence extremely young. It was back, all right, survival mode. You know what I'm saying? We got to build up something, you know, because we have to protect ourselves. And the inner child wants to come out, and it was a beautiful idea, and somebody may need to hear this, like to connect with your children. If you feel like, you know, you've been, you know, not doing the best, and listen, it's all right, because listen, we all have to start speaking on our situations just so other women can learn from it. You feel what I'm saying? Just so, you know, just so other women can learn from it. And, you know, just bring out your inner child with your child. You know what I'm saying? Look around. You know what I noticed too? Each one of my children, they represent something of me. You know what I'm saying? They bring me back to the child I was and what I used to enjoy. My oldest son, he loves he want to be a teacher. I used to love teaching, okay? Love teaching as a child. My daughter, she dances. You know what I'm saying? My other daughter, she sings these songs like Anita Baker, like she know these songs. And my son, he just like, you know what I'm saying? He like that tough. But I can see in all of my children, I have 5 fire signs, 1 water sign, that I can see all of them. This one, very determined. The other one, very discreet. I'm like, yo, these are me. This is all me. How do I water them as I needed to be watered? I learned from what I've experienced. That's the lesson in it all. That's the blessing in it all. Learn what not to be. You feel what I'm saying? I can only show up as my better self. You know what I'm saying? I can only show up as my better self. And as long as I know that I showed up as my better self by learning from experiences, by not becoming who it was, you know what I'm saying, that projected me unknowingly because they was hurting, guess what? That's a win-win. That's what I would say. What you think? It's a win-win. So I didn't alchemize that survival instance and turn it into love. You know what I'm saying? I didn't alchemize it. I didn't alchemize it to my betterment. You know what I'm saying? To the betterment of what's to come after me. You feel what I'm saying? Some reason I was guided to speak about that. Survival. We're going to talk about survival more because survival gets very, very in depth. And we have to learn to really stop thinking in survival mode. Because typically, if we're in survival mode, that's the ego mind. That's the full self. You know what I'm saying? So we tend to, you know, not know that we're operating in that energy. You know what I'm saying? We tend to, like, just think that it's normal because it's been ongoing for so long. But it's really not. Like, we have to open ourselves up to a new beginning. We have to open ourselves up to the unknown. We have to open ourselves up fully, you know what I'm saying, as that whole self, like with, you know what I'm saying, with like learning and appreciating what you've experienced, but not becoming it emotionally, not becoming it energetically, and really just go to that zero space and just like allow, you know what I'm saying, the growth to happen. Like, I know that we all have our inner guidance within us. We all have this inner guidance within us. If you want to say it's God guiding you, higher self, whatever it is that you want to say is guiding you, but you have the free will to make a choice. We make a choice to heal. We make a choice to love. We make a choice to experience peace. We make a choice to feel abundance. Make the choice now. Don't wait for it to happen to feel abundance. It's happening now. Life is abundant. This background is abundant. Me having my children is abundant. Me still having myself and having this ability to know better now is abundant. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we attract more abundance into ourselves. But to form it within self first is forming it within ourselves and really allowing all of that shit that we experience really turn us up. Really turn us up. That's how you turn up. Not that you go out there and you get a Chanel bag and you get this, you get that. No, you healed. You healed. You turned up. You turned the generation up. You turned the generation up. Now you moving different. Now you operating different. Now you vibrating higher. Guess what? Now you got these opportunities coming in. Now you learn how to be your authentic self. And guess what? You learned that you're a creator. So you out here creating. Just being you. Just being you. Not having to do something that you really don't want to do. Not having to do something to put your kids in survival instance. Because you got to go out there and you got to work. Because that's what you believe. You are what you believe. So if you believe you're a worker, then that's what you're going to be, a worker. I'm telling you, I believe that I was a worker. What I used to love saying, I got a job or I got a new interview, I got accepted for a job offer. I used to love that. Oh, I used to love posting that. Oh, why not? I got a job. Doing some shit that I really don't want to do. Until I was in the hotels and I love people. And I started to learn. I feel like I was in the hotels because I started to learn that I have this way with people naturally. Like, I don't have to, you know, do too much. I just have to be me, authentically me. And people just like really fell, you know what I'm saying? I created a lot of relationships in those places with strangers. So it was just teaching me, like, listen, you have a way with people that right here, what I'm doing right now, I promise you, right now, June 8th. Is it June 8th, June 7th? Don't quote me. I don't know. It's June 8th. That's what I'm hearing. It's June 8th. Hold up, y'all. June 7th, June 8th. I'm telling you right now, me right now, you're going to see me in movements, okay? Heal the Woman movement. That's what I'm pushing. I'm pushing a movement into the new earth to teach women that came from hurt and pain and betrayal and whatever, that we have the ability to alchemize this shit by my experiences. That's me. That's my authenticity. That's what I'm bringing to the table. And this is going to create me to have so much overflow of abundance just from right here. Just from the scarf right now. Just from the tummy right here. Just like this. Just from everything. But I'm going to work internally first. And watch how everything outside of me is going to create my reality that I feel internally. So what we doing? Because y'all coming on this journey or what? Because y'all here now. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. We are not even going to allow ourselves to get into the way of ourselves. 1% better every day. We out here working out. We out here working on the breath. We out here getting some sun. We out there getting with them children. We waking up early so we can have that peace of mind. We can have that tea. We can watch a little, you know, whatever it is that you want to watch for your little morning motivation. But we getting that workout in at least 5 days a week. We eating better food. You feel what I'm saying? We thinking better. We doing breath work. We out here stretching. We out here whatever. We moving better. We out here reading. We out here figuring out what it is that we wanted to do as a child. That's what we doing. Why this air hitting me like this? Woo. Woo. Okay. Okay. Confirmation. Because why is it so hot out here, but I just have so much air right here? Confirmation. All right. I got you. You know you put me in a position, you know what I'm saying, to help the people. Because that's who I am. That's who I've always been. And my challenge is, one thing I never did was switch my heart. Could never switch my heart. I am for the people. You know what I'm saying? But now I use discernment and my intuition to know the right people I'm for and who I'm not. But I'm in my position. Life path 3, baby. Naturally a teacher. Naturally want everyone to win. Naturally. So yeah, you guys. I was just chilling and I was guided to talk about that. So yeah.